Alright guys, Terry Tyler here, coming to you live, or archived from the storm. This is Wednesday the 28th, 2018. What we have here today is, it appears to be we have this stationary front boundary that's coming up through this region here. Potential for some isolated tornadoes is what we're looking at. And I think somewhere down this boundary, we could see some activity and some development. So I'm kind of going to straddle this boundary. I'm going to patrol this boundary. And essentially what we're going to do is we're going to see if a tornado will form. Try to find my software here. Alright, yeah, I'm pretty much flying solo today, so I'm not going to be able to do a lot of the things that I can do due to the, intensity of driving. I talk to people a lot of times. They said it's kind of like pilots, co-pilots. You got your driver, you got your pilot, and you got your flight engineer. One of them's got to focus on the driving. Driving's important. You got to focus on this machine, operating this machine, making sure that it's running well. And then, of course, you've got your engineering, which, in my case, is not just manning the GPS, the navigation, the software, warning coordination, predicting where these storms are going to form and all that shit. But we're actually using the imaging software, such as, our camera gear, our equipment. I earned a little loot, so I've invested in a tripod. We got a green screen lab. We got some new shit coming down the pike. So I need you guys to go ahead and click subscribe and tell me what you guys would like to see some more of. Some action out here in the field and, pretty good stuff. So always remember, keep it original, keep it ethical, keep it on the level. Don't get too crazy, because I tell you what, you fuck around out here, you get blown away. But I will be in touch with y'all later. Dealing with storms like this is a lot like life. You may see some wisps on the horizon, but you don't know what they might turn into. So, in this case, what I did was look at some of the charts which might reveal the activity, and I navigated the map as if we navigate the streams of the waves of life. And you see my dot there riding down the red highway. I am basically traveling through time and space, and I encourage others to take this travel through time and space. And you see the clouds and the trucks and the waves as we permeate through reality. And as we're permeating through reality, the clouds and the trees and the birds and the bees are duplicating and replicating and supplicating on many a holy nature. So the man here is on a quest, a hunt for a most mythical beast, the tornado, and it is a savage beast. Here we are moving through the Delta region of Mississippi, a historic region, as we travel towards Vicksburg, a historic Civil War area. The storms begin to form. The tornado watch is formed near eastern Texas
and western Louisiana, warning of a bad situation about to form.
All right, crew, we're coming to you live with a storm brief in Tallulah, Louisiana, and we are looking to watch out, and we are investigating the process phase here. We suspect that there's probably going to be some tornadoes coming into Mississippi. There's definitely some tornado watches down there in Louisiana. But what we're going to do is we're going to switch sources. Here's one of these. It's got a wicked little curly indicator here, but not an incredible amount of wind shear. You know, I'm not expecting some big violent tornadoes, but there could definitely be some tornadoes. But they're thinking about extending the watch up. So I've come down here and I tell you, the new HRRR that's out, it has me even questioning another route. According to this, you see all this mess that we're dealing with down here, coming out of Texas, coming out of Louisiana, all that associated with that line complex. These right here could be drifting northeast. And I think those are going to be a little more discreet. Those might be able to get some touching of the shear on. So we get right here. And coming up I-55, right down that stretch, about 5, 6 o'clock in the PM, there could be a motherfucker out there. And if you compare it with the updraft helicity parameter, you will see indeed some of the worst right up here between the 3 to 7 p.m. time frame. Hola, my friend. Rami, Cody, thank y'all. But guys, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to keep this brief. I'm going to head up here. It's about hot outside. It's 80 some degrees. Real hot out here. So just sit back, and if something good happens, I'll let you know.
As I crossed the Mississippi River Gateway, the thunderstorms began to form on the radar. As you can see, they appear to pop out of nowhere from wisps on the radar screen. In this case, the two cells that we are monitoring have become severe thunderstorm warned and tornado warned. At this point, we get into the game. What is the storm mode? In this case, it appears we have a squall line type QLCS structure that's producing damaging winds, and we also have some possible tornadoes that are forming along this line. So there's a couple of avenues we can take as far as gameplay. Strategy is very important in making sure you win for the day. In situations like these, it's best to pay close attention to what you do. Here we're approaching the tornado-warned storms on I-20. There's two pairs of them. We have a couple of thunderstorms here, and we have some wicked notches that are coming out near Delhi. In this particular case, during this chase, a tornado, or actually several tornadoes, were reported with this band of cells coming out of here. When I'm chasing like this, you want to make sure that all your equipment is set before you even get in there. A chase may take months to orchestrate, but it will come down literally minutes and seconds. So you want to make sure that everything is firing. You also want to have an exit strategy. In this case, we're on the highway. We're planning to actually get hit by the storm. It's coming right towards us. So I've put myself in the position that I feel is a good position. Anyone else can comment below. A look at the echo tops reveals the two distinct, powerful supercells in the area. Here is a quick time lapse of the radar and the GPS overlay. One thing that I wanted to do, and one thing that I hope to do moving forward, is to show you the complexities of using the GIS mapping software and the radar. It can be a tricky thing to gauge because what looks like a small location on the map can be a 25, 35 mile stick. So you want to make sure that you're putting yourself in a safe position, and you want to make sure that you're not distorting your mind with unrealistic expectations of distance and the amount of time it takes to cover these distances. You want to make sure that you use your markers and you measure your distances and do your due diligence. Otherwise, you can get in a world of shit. In this segment, you see I get the flag out, which I've retired the pole. It's something I do. Before I went to prison, I took a run, a freedom run, and I guess before I get blown away in the tornado, I take a freedom run. But the drone will not deploy. We have a magnetic compass issue that I'm actually going to be working with you guys, trying to troubleshoot that. These are problems that you may encounter. This is looking towards the monster, and I have seen numerous thunderstorm bases. This has got to be in the top 10. The drone will not deploy. I'm on a high point. We have lightning coming in. The storm is closing in about highway speeds, and the satellite truck is right over the horizon. So we have a potential for a tornado to form. The storm is bearing in on us, and unfortunately, like I said, the drone won't deploy. So I guess what you do in a situation like this, what I do, is hold the fort, stand your ground, keep an eye out for the tornado, try not to get struck by lightning.
All right, the tornado is supposed to be here somewhere in this motherfucker. I don't see it. I'm probably about to get struck by damn lightning. That's the top row of wheels right there, y'all. Fucking satellite truck's out on this one. Right there, 517 due west, looking west. Is that east, west? Motherfucker'd be right down in there. The drone will not deploy for some reason. The drone will not start. I don't know if it has anything to do with the trucks or... Anyway, I've got to get back to driving. I'm rolling solo today, so I'm probably going to have to get off of here unless this is it. Up around this bend. over here.
The red dots on the map represent the tornado. The one in northeastern Louisiana was the storm that we captured. And we were in Delhi, Louisiana, about 10 miles from the tornado. But that's all we've got. If you enjoyed this, go ahead and click subscribe or add your comments below. Thanks.